Hello everybody, SlimKirby here, welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Today, on this cycle, we're going to start something very important. We're going to start the final main dungeon of the game. So after this dungeon, we'll have all the giants grouped together, and then we can actually do something about the Skull Kids. So we are getting very, very, very close to the end of the game. And since I've been doing a lot of the side quest stuff during the game throughout, we could pretty much almost just go to the end right after this temple, but I am going to take a few more cycles to get a few other things done that I probably couldn't get done in this cycle, so I'm not going to try to fit as much as I can. I have a pretty good outline of what I'm going to be doing for this cycle. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take out 500 rupees. The reason why I'm doing this is, one, because the first thing I'm going to do, I actually need rupees for. And I'm also going to spend some rupees on some supplies as well. I'm going to purchase some arrows. And I'm also going to purchase a fairy, just because. I probably won't even need the fairy, but, you know, just to have as a guarantee, nothing wrong with that. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to soar to the canyon. Not the top of the stone tower, just the main canyon area. Because I still have to do the spirit house, and that's the first thing I'm actually going to be doing. So let's go to the canyon. There is something else I'm going to be doing in the canyon area, but I'm going to wait until I'm halfway through the dungeon before I do that, because you do actually need the dungeon item before you can do that. So there is something else I'll be doing. So I will be getting all the canyon heart pieces in this cycle. I just won't be doing them at the same time. I am going to get this first thing out of the way, though. So let's go to the spirit house, which is over here. And in the spirit house, we're actually going to be fighting some very familiar enemies if you have played Ocarina of Time before. We're actually going to be facing the the four Poe Sisters from the Forest Temple. I don't know if they're, like, technically the same pose. I just think that, you know, they're another character that, in Majora's Mask, they decided to just recreate and have a special something that has to do with them. So I don't know if they're the exact same sisters, but you do fight them in pretty much the same way. Okay, so first we have the green Poe Sister. All this Poe Sister will do is they'll twirl at you. She'll also turn invisible at certain times. All you have to wait is for her to return to a visible form, and then all you have to do is jump attack her. Really not a hard Poe to fight. Then you have to fight the next two Poe Sisters at the same time. It can be kind of tricky, but just stay focused on one of them and you should be fine. And then as usual, once... Ah, damn it, I missed. Oh, damn it, I missed that too. Okay. This isn't going very well, unfortunately. As you can tell, we do have a time limit, unfortunately. And there's also another condition as well. You have to actually beat all four sisters with at least 3 heart containers. Meaning, like, I mean, obviously I have enough heart containers where that wouldn't be a problem, but if you drop anything below that, then you can't actually get the reward. Or so I've read. I've never really been in that position before. The last Poe Sister you actually fight in a pretty unique way. The Poe Sister will make several clones of herself, and you have to shoot the correct one. The correct one will always spin as soon as they appear, so keep your eye on that. Just focus on which one is the right one, and you should be fine. The correct one is usually the one that will form right in front of you, so you don't actually have to look behind you or anything. Unless it's obvious it's the one behind you. Like right there, I couldn't tell which one was which, but I made a pretty good guess and got it correct. And for beating that in the time limit and beating it with at least 3 heart containers, we get a piece of heart, which gives us our 17th heart container. We only have 3 left. One of them is from the boss of the dungeon, and the last 2 are just 8 heart pieces, so we're getting pretty close to finishing our complete set of hearts. But right now, we're going to actually start the last dungeon, so let us warp back to the top of Stone Tower and get started. And if you couldn't already guess, in order to actually gain access to the temple, we once again have to use the Elegy of Emptiness to form these little bridges, which is kind of annoying, but it has to be done. So hopefully I don't make mistakes while I'm playing these songs. And thankfully I was actually able to memorize what the song was. Or not really memorize, but remember what the song was. Although I guess technically last time I played that song like, what, 50 times? Yeah, it was a lot of times, probably not 50, but whatever. And remember, you gotta use Goron Link and Zora Link to actually form or stand on these switches. If you try to use Deku Link, you will not be heavy enough to do so. Which reminds me, I probably should show off the Deku clone, even though the Deku clone looks really weird. I'll do that later. Okay, just one more. And I gotta be Zora Link to do this. And if you couldn't tell, right in front of the temple, you have that weird little red jewel. I'll show it off when I actually get over there. That actually plays a very important role in this temple. I'll explain why later. I can't do anything with it now. I have to have the dungeon item first. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we can move forward and actually enter the Stone Tower Temple. And there, that is the jewel I was talking about. That will actually play a very important role in doing this. And as usual, those switches are just to use to get back, so I don't have to worry about them. So here we are, Stone Tower Temple. And wait a minute, why is that Majora platform upside down? I guess we'll find out later. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to shoot this switch right here, which will form a treasure chest right there. You can probably guess what that is, just based on past instances of this game. If you said it was a stray fairy, you are indeed correct, sir. That is exactly what it is. In fact, I will actually prove it to you. See, that was totally a stray fairy. Okay, so... Oh, jeez! Where did that bomb shoot come from? I knew it came from the middle, but, like, it just came out of nowhere. It must have made its way down there and then on the wall. Okay, so let's go in here. Right off the bat, you see a cracked wall, so we're going to use a bomb to get rid of that. Unfortunately, I do not have any bombs, so I'll just use my very fun alternative. But I actually got to put it on first. There we go. And look, we have a treasure chest that's upside down. How are we supposed to get that? Do we need the gravity shoes from Twilight Princess? Or no, they weren't gravity shoes, they were magnetic shoes. I don't remember very much about Twilight Princess. It's honestly a game I haven't played very much. I probably should, though. I've only beaten Twilight Princess once before. I tried playing it again, but I only got like halfway through it before I got really bored and stopped playing it. Yeah, I don't know. Twilight Princess was a good game. It's just not a game I'd, want to play over and over again. Okay, so as you can see, we have some switches. We have 1. We have 2. We have 3. And we have 4. The last one being a giant switch that we can't push down with our own weight. So, I guess the logical thing to do is just use the Elegy of Emptiness and make copies of ourselves. But, as you remember, the Deku is not strong enough, so we have to use some of these boxes to push down the other switches, which is not a problem. And, well, that was stupid. That's fine. It's not a big deal because I can still use Zora Link, but still, I wish I would have kept the box so I could save some time. But yeah, for the big switch, all we have to do is use the Goron clone for that one. The Goron clone is heavy enough to push that down. Still wish I would have kept that box, though. I'm surprised I'm actually playing the song correctly. It seems like whenever I played the song in the last video, I kept messing up. And then finally, Goron Link, so I can push down the last one, which is over here. I love creative puzzle solving. It is one of my fondest video game passions. That and shiny things. Okay, so now that we press down all the switches, we can actually go through this gate that's over here. Now, before we move on, this is very, very important. See this cracked floor over here? Lay a bomb right there so you actually destroy that. And then you can jump down into the hole you created to fall into this room. You can also get into this room by just going down the stairs, but I like jumping down a lot more. But yeah, you basically use the light, which can now flow into this room from above, from the hole you created, to get rid of that sunblock. Sunblock. I really gotta stop laughing at that, it's really not that funny. Okay, so let's see. What to do in this room? Well, I guess we'll just walk across the lava floor. Probably nothing wrong with that. These statues move? Okay, yes they do. Does this statue move? Yes it does. And I'm sure these statues move. Okay, but how do I destroy them? Oh wait, I used bombs, don't I? Not a problem, not a problem. I can use some bombs. Not the pictograph box. What the hell? Okay, let's actually use bombs to destroy these guys. Okay, I destroyed 2 of them. Now I gotta destroy the other ones. And they went back to their location. Okay, so I'll just lay a bomb right here. And as for you, I'll get you over here to solid land before I destroy you. Damn it! Okay, come on. Okay, thankfully I was able to reach him from there. And when you destroy all the Armo statues, you get a treasure chest. Which, if you couldn't guess, is a stray fairy, so we'll collect that right now. Oh, I know it's a key. What am I thinking of? There is a stray fairy in here, but that was not it. And you can also get the map in here as well. Okay, the stray fairy is, I believe, up here. I think you can faintly see a hookshot point that you can use to latch on to a higher ledge and then get the stray fairy. Okay, yeah, you can. Stray fairy number 2.